Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to speak on a title that holds both poignancy and power: A Woman with No Friend. At first glance, it might seem like a story of loneliness or isolation, but I invite you to delve deeper with me. This is not just about the absence of companions, it's about the strength, the struggle, and the silent resilience of a woman navigating the world alone. A woman with no friends often finds herself in a unique position where she must rely on her inner strength to navigate the complexities of life. This situation, while challenging, can lead to profound self-reliance and personal growth. Without the immediate comfort of friends to lean on, she learns to become her own source of motivation, support, and encouragement. This journey towards self-reliance is not always easy, but it is deeply transformative, revealing a resilience that is often underestimated by others. In the absence of friends, a woman begins to cultivate an intimate relationship with herself. She becomes her own confidante, learning to process her thoughts and emotions independently. This self-awareness is a powerful tool, allowing her to understand her own needs, desires, and boundaries. She develops a deeper connection with her inner world, discovering the strength to face challenges head-on. When difficulties arise, she doesn't wait for external validation or assistance. Instead, she looks inward, finding the courage and determination to overcome obstacles. This self-reliance also manifests in practical ways. A woman without friends often becomes adept at problem-solving and decision-making. With no one to share the burden of everyday dilemmas, she learns to trust her instincts and make choices confidently. Whether it's managing her career, handling finances, or navigating personal relationships, she develops the skills necessary to stand firmly on her own. This independence becomes a defining characteristic, shaping her identity and empowering her to take control of her life. The absence of friends also teaches her the value of self-care and self-compassion. Without a support network to provide encouragement during difficult times, she learns to nurture herself emotionally and mentally. She understands the importance of setting aside time to recharge, reflect, and prioritize her well-being. This focus on self-care fosters a sense of balance and stability, helping her to maintain a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. While the journey towards self-reliance can be isolating, it also offers unique opportunities for growth and exploration. A woman without friends often has the freedom to pursue her passions and interests without compromise. She is not bound by the expectations or opinions of others, allowing her to explore new hobbies, learn new skills, and embark on adventures that align with her true self. This sense of autonomy can be incredibly liberating, providing her with a sense of purpose and fulfillment that comes from living authentically. The strength she gains from self-reliance extends beyond her personal life. It influences the way she interacts with the world, enabling her to approach challenges with confidence and grace. She becomes a role model for others, demonstrating that it is possible to thrive even in the absence of traditional support systems. Her resilience and independence inspire those around her, proving that strength comes from within and that true empowerment is self-generated. In this process, a woman with no friends discovers a profound truth. While friendships can be a source of joy and support, they are not the sole determinant of one's worth or happiness. She learns that her strength, courage, and self-reliance are more than enough to navigate life's complexities. This realization not only empowers her, but also serves as a reminder that solitude can be a space for growth, self-discovery, and unshakable inner strength. Society has a way of placing labels on people, often based on surface-level observations without understanding the complexities beneath. For a woman with no friends, these judgments can be particularly harsh and isolating. She may be viewed as difficult, unapproachable, or even antisocial. But these perceptions rarely reflect the truth of her experience. Instead, they highlight society's tendency to misunderstand and oversimplify situations that require empathy and nuance. One common misconception is that a woman without friends is intentionally distant or unfriendly. In reality, her circumstances may be shaped by past experiences that have led her to a place of solitude. Perhaps she has endured betrayal, which has made her cautious about opening up to others. Maybe life's demands, such as career, family responsibilities, or personal challenges, have left little time for cultivating deep friendships. It's also possible that she simply values her independence and prefers a quieter, more introspective life. Whatever the reason, her choice or circumstances are often misunderstood, leading to unwarranted assumptions about her character. The stigma surrounding a lack of friends can create a vicious cycle. When society labels her as aloof or difficult, it discourages others from reaching out, further isolating her. This judgment often comes without any effort to understand her story or the factors that have contributed to her situation. People may view her solitude as a flaw, failing to recognize the strength and resilience it takes to navigate life independently. Instead of extending kindness or inclusion, they may retreat, leaving her to face not only the challenges of solitude but also the weight of societal disapproval. This misunderstanding can also extend to her personality and behavior. If she is reserved or introvert, it may be seen as evidence of her unwillingness to connect with others. On the other hand, if she is confident and self-assured, it might be interpreted as arrogance or lack of need for companionship. These stereotypes ignore the individuality of her experiences and the complexity of human relationships. Every woman has her own reasons for the way she navigates her social world, and those reasons deserve respect rather than judgment. However, it's not just society that contributes to this misunderstanding, it's also the cultural expectation that women should naturally be social, nurturing, and surrounded by close relationships. A woman who does not fit this mold is often viewed as an anomaly, which can lead to further scrutiny and misunderstanding. The pressure to conform to these expectations can be both exhausting and disheartening, making it even harder for her to embrace her unique path. What society often fails to see is the quiet strength and depth that come from walking alone. A woman without friends may not have the traditional social support system, but she often develops qualities like resilience, self-awareness, and independence. These attributes, far from being flaws, are powerful markers of her ability to thrive despite challenges. Rather than judging her, society should seek to understand her, offering compassion and inclusivity instead of stereotypes, assumptions. Every person has a story, and a woman with no friends is no exception. Her journey is shaped by a complex interplay of experiences, choices, and circumstances. When we take the time to look beyond the surface and replace judgment with understanding, we create a world that values individuality and celebrates the many ways people find strength and connection in their lives. In solitude, a woman with no friends often embarks on a profound journey of self-discovery, one that allows her to understand herself on a deeper level. Without the influence or expectations of others, she has the space to explore her thoughts, emotions, and desires in a way that can be both enlightening and empowering. This process of self-discovery is not always easy. It requires courage to confront her own vulnerabilities, acknowledge her flaws, and accept the parts of herself that she may have previously ignored or overlooked. However, it is through this journey that she gains a clearer sense of her true identity and her place in the world. As she navigates the complexities of life alone, she becomes more attuned to her inner voice. Without the noise of external opinions, she learns to listen to her own intuition and make decisions that are aligned with her authentic self. This self-awareness is a powerful tool, allowing her to set boundaries, prioritize her well-being, and choose paths that are in harmony with her values. In the absence of friends, she learns that her worth is not defined by the validation or approval of others, but by her own understanding of herself. Through this journey, she also develops a greater sense of independence. While friendships can offer emotional support and guidance, they can also be a source of dependence where decisions and actions are often influenced by the expectations of others. In contrast, a woman with no friends has the freedom to make choices solely based on her own needs and desires. This independence fosters a sense of empowerment, as she no longer feels obligated to meet the needs or desires of others at the expense of her own. Instead, she is free to pursue her passions, dreams, and goals without the pressure to conform to social norms or external expectations. Furthermore, solitude provides her with the opportunity to reflect on her past experiences and relationships. In the quiet moments, she can process the lessons learned from past friendships, both positive and negative. She may come to understand the reasons behind the friendships that ended, the patterns that led to those conclusions, and the personal growth that resulted from those experiences. This reflection helps her gain closure and emotional healing, allowing her to move forward with a clearer sense of purpose and direction. As she becomes more attuned to herself, she may also uncover hidden talents, interests, and strengths that were previously overshadowed by the dynamics of friendships or external influences. Without the distractions of social obligations or the pressure to fit in, she can focus on cultivating her own skills and passions. Whether it's pursuing a creative hobby, advancing her career, or exploring new intellectual pursuits, she finds joy in the freedom to explore her full potential. This newfound sense of purpose is deeply fulfilling and can lead to a richer, more meaningful life. The journey of self-discovery for a woman with no friends is one of empowerment and growth. It is a journey that requires vulnerability, self-compassion, and courage, but it also offers the opportunity to uncover a sense of self-worth and strength that is independent of external validation. In embracing this journey, she learns that her happiness, fulfillment, and sense of purpose come not from the approval or presence of others, but from within herself. This understanding empowers her to live a life that is authentic, self-directed, and deeply satisfying, regardless of the number of friends she may or may not have. While solitude can bring moments of introspection and personal growth, it is also accompanied by its own set of emotional challenges. A woman with no friends may experience loneliness, a feeling that can be both heavy and persistent. Without the companionship and support of close friends, there are times when the absence of social connection can feel overwhelming. She may find herself longing for someone to share her thoughts with, to celebrate her successes, or to lean on during difficult times. In these moments, loneliness can become a quiet but constant companion, reminding her of the human need for connection and belonging. The emotional toll of loneliness is not always visible to the outside world. Many women with no friends are adept at masking their feelings, presenting a composed and independent front to the world. Yet beneath this exterior, there may be moments of deep yearning for companionship and understanding. This internal struggle can create a sense of isolation, as she may feel disconnected not only from others but also from herself. When there is no one to talk to share experiences with, or to offer emotional support, the weight of solitude can become difficult to bear. In addition to the emotional toll of loneliness, there are times when a woman without friends may struggle with self-doubt. The absence of external validation and the lack of a close-knit support system can make her question her worth and whether she is truly enough. She might wonder if her solitude is a result of something wrong with her, whether it's her personality, her past mistakes, or her inability to connect with others. These thoughts can erode her self-esteem, leading her to feel disconnected not just from the world around her, but from her own sense of value. The silence of being alone can sometimes amplify these negative thoughts, making it harder to see her own strengths and worth. Furthermore, loneliness can exacerbate feelings of being misunderstood or unseen. Without the presence of close friends who can offer empathy, validation, or even just a listening ear, she may feel invisible. She may encounter moments when she's in need of advice, comfort, or encouragement, but there's no one there to provide it. This can create a sense of emotional vulnerability where she feels like she's navigating the world without a safety net. The absence of friendship can amplify the feeling of being disconnected from others, especially when she witnesses those around her sharing moments of connection, support, and camaraderie. Despite these emotional challenges, the woman with no friends also faces a powerful opportunity for growth. It is during these moments of loneliness and self-doubt that she is given the chance to strengthen her relationship with herself. The pang of solitude can serve as a catalyst for self-reflection and healing. She learns to be kinder to herself, to recognize her own emotional needs, and to practice self-compassion. Instead of relying on others to validate her worth, she discovers that her value lies within her own heart. In time, the loneliness, though painful, can become a teacher, helping her to better understand her own desires, boundaries, and capacity for love and connection. Though loneliness can be a challenging aspect of life without friends, it is not the end of the story. The emotional struggles it brings are part of a larger journey, one that allows a woman to cultivate resilience, emotional intelligence, and self-acceptance. As she faces the loneliness head-on, she gradually learns that she can find peace and strength in her own company. The path may be difficult, but it is one that ultimately leads to a deeper understanding of herself and her place in the world. In embracing the emotional challenges of solitude, she transforms her loneliness into an opportunity for personal growth and inner strength. For a woman with no friends, the absence of a close-knit social circle can initially feel like a limitation. Yet this solitude presents a unique opportunity for renewal, an opportunity to redefine her life on her own terms. Without the distractions and obligations of maintaining friendships, she is free to explore new aspects of herself, reconnect with her passions, and seek out different forms of fulfillment. This space of renewal allows her to create a life that is not dictated by the expectations of others, but shaped by her own desires, values, and dreams. One of the first ways this renewal manifests is in the opportunity to reconnect with her passions. Often when we are surrounded by a busy social life, it can be easy to lose sight of the activities and interests that once brought us joy. A woman without friends has the time and space to rediscover what truly excites and inspires her. Whether it's diving into a creative hobby like painting, writing, or photography, pursuing a career goal, or traveling to new places, she can dedicate herself fully to her personal interests. The absence of social distractions allows her to immerse herself in activities that nourish her soul, bringing a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. This renewal also offers the chance to focus on personal growth. With no external expectations to meet, she can prioritize her own development, whether that's through education, self-improvement, or spiritual growth. She may choose to take courses, read books, or attend workshops that align with her goals and aspirations. This time spent nurturing herself intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually can lead to profound transformation. She becomes more self-aware, more confident in her decisions, and more in tune with the direction she wants her life to take. This growth fosters a deep sense of self-worth as she learns to rely on her own abilities and wisdom to guide her through life's challenges. Moreover, the opportunity for renewal extends to her relationships with others. Without the constant pressure to maintain a large social circle, she has the freedom to cultivate more meaningful, intentional connections. This may mean deepening relationships with family members, co-workers, or acquaintances who share her values and interests. She may find herself drawn to new communities, whether it's a group focused on a specific hobby, a volunteer organization, or a spiritual group. These connections may not replace the friendships she once had, but they offer the potential for genuine and fulfilling interactions based on shared interests and mutual respect. This process of renewal also provides an opportunity to heal from past wounds. For many women, past friendships may have been marked by betrayal, disappointment, or emotional pain. In solitude, she has the space to process these experiences, gain closure, and learn from them. This healing journey is not always easy, but it allows her to let go of negative patterns, emotional baggage, and toxic influences. As she heals, she becomes more capable of forming healthy relationships in the future, free from the scars of the past. This emotional renewal is essential for her personal growth and allows her to approach life with a sense of peace and openness. Finally, the space for renewal also enables her to cultivate a sense of independence and empowerment. In the absence of friends, she learns that she is more than capable of navigating life on her own. She becomes resourceful, resilient, and self-sufficient. She no longer feels the need to rely on others for validation or support. Instead, she finds strength within herself, knowing that she is capable of handling whatever challenges come her way. This independence becomes a source of pride as she realizes that she is the author of her own story, capable of creating a life that is rich, meaningful, and fulfilling. Ultimately, the opportunity for renewal in the life of a woman with no friends is one of profound transformation. It is a time for rediscovery, healing, growth, and empowerment. While the absence of close friendships can feel isolating at times, it also opens the door to a new chapter of self-awareness and personal fulfillment. In this space, she has the freedom to create a life that is uniquely her own, built on her passions, values, and dreams. And in doing so, she finds a sense of renewal that is both empowering and deeply satisfying.